When last have you had a conversation with yourself? Do you talk to yourself? Hi there. My name is Jalaire. Welcome to my channel, Prudent People Podcast. Thank you to all those who have watched, shared, or liked a video or a prudent bit that's available on my channel. A big shout out to those who have subscribed here on YouTube or following the various podcast hosting platforms or social media platforms. I'm so glad that you are here and I appreciate you supporting me here. Shirley Ralph gave a riveting, inspiring TED talk a few months ago about believing in yourself. It was such an incredible moment to watch, not only because she's of Jamaican roots and I will always fly my country's flag every chance I get, but because it was relatable. Now, before we go on to talking a bit about, talking to yourself, I'd like to share an experience I had recently. A little over a year ago, I had to do this exercise called Manual of Me, where I had to assess myself and how I work with others. Pretty much, Manual of Me is a process resulting in you identifying, not only your strengths, your weaknesses, differences, but how best you collaborate with others. It was my first exposure to this exercise, but it was so intriguing that I thought it could be applied to everyday life, to other people outside of the formal colleagues. So, applying it to how you work or how you are with your partner, your family members, siblings, your children, how it enables you to reflect or inspect how you are. But what was so funny, and I know this may sound a bit cliche, but it made me look at how I am with myself, the relationship. How do I work with myself? To make a long story short, it kind of showed me the things that I could do more of, the areas in which I am procrastinating. For instance, this 2016 podcast idea that has finally come to life in 2023. The way I view myself, my abilities, the things I classified as weakness, which, some of them are really strengths or can be utilized as strengths. But an eye opening moment for me in doing this exercise was the reaction, and the feedback that I got from the persons that, we were sharing this experience with. It gave me a different spin or a different perspective or a different way of, looking at the manual of me or how I am, how I operate. Truth is, sometimes when others impress on you, your value, your strength, and your potential, and I know this might sound a bit weird because it is external validation, but I do believe that that too has a role to play in boosting your ego, your confidence, and self regard. And I want to go back to Shirley Ralph's speech for a hot minute, where she spoke of the no's, the rejections, the doubts, the disbeliefs, her career journey, and the fact that, she was standing in that moment as she's now an Emmy Award winner. And the reason is because we all have different challenges, circumstances. We've all experienced different forms of rejections, the no's, and we've all had our what if moments. And even though she wasn't talking to me, she spoke to me. And one of my key takeaways from that TED Talk was the fact that I had a what if moment. What if, we reframed the way we think? how we see ourselves, how we treat ourselves, and how we believe in ourselves. I'm sure we all have heard some variations of the saying: what you think you are, what you imagine, you create. And if it is in fact true that your mind will always believe what you tell it, why not feed it with positive and inspirational things? Imagine the endless unspoken thoughts that runs marathons in your head on a daily basis. How disastrous would it be if it's all doom and gloom thoughts? If the thoughts or the conversation that you have with yourself are the most important conversations, the ones that you have in your head, why not make it a positive, worthwhile conversation? Words are energy. You know, what you put in or what you think is what you do, is what you act, is what you give off, is what you give out. So why not be kind, gentle, and reassuring to yourself? Not only should you think highly and positively of yourselves, but act like it. After all, if you're going to be talking to yourself, make the conversations worthwhile. So, what things do you normally say to yourself? Do you have a favorite line, a favorite quote, or an affirmation? Prudent People podcast is about sharing words of wisdom with everyone. So let us know in the comments the positive things you say to yourself. For me, I'd love to say today is my day. 2023 is my year. After all, some 7 years later, I've launched my podcast. I've single handedly revamped my website. I feel accomplished. And I know my podcast will succeed in empowering you. If you have not done so yet, subscribe, like, share. There's so many exciting things that are coming on this platform. But until next time.